Okay, hello everyone, Speed here with another video. Yeah, basically, if the title and the thumbnail didn't already let you know, this is going to be a My Stuff video on Battlefield Heroes. Now, yeah, I mean, these were things that I saw on many people's channels, many Battlefield Heroes YouTubers that I followed. It was kind of like the standard to have one of these on your channel if you did Battlefield Heroes. And I never really did one. I never really got around to doing one, so I just thought, you know, why not upload something now? It's Battlefield Heroes related, so some people will enjoy it. And it's coming up to Christmas, so I mean, I guess this is kind of appropriate. There will be some Christmas related items in this video, no doubt. And obviously, there will be stuff here that I got for free, so yeah, it's related to gifts and all of that. But yeah, anyway, just a quick thing here. I know some of you will be probably wondering why this isn't a Renegade Line video, because the Kickstarter recently launched. But yeah, the reason for that is because I'm actually planning a big discussion video with 4 other people about that. We're going to be talking about the Kickstarter itself, you know, the pledge goals, the rewards, the information, the video, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that'll be a big video, but obviously because it's 4 people, it'll take a while. Well, we've been trying to sort of arrange it. And obviously now the Kickstarter's come out, we have to sort of find the right time to get it all done, and that can be difficult with that many people involved, and obviously there are different time zones as well, but we're going to sort it out, and that video will be available hopefully very soon. But yeah, so this is just something in the meantime, I guess. And this video, speaking of long videos, this will probably be 40 minutes long or something like that. Simply because I had so many characters in Battlefield Heroes, so many slots that I made, you know, extra heroes and all of that, and I just had a lot of items in general after playing the game for like 5 years or something like that. So let's begin. I'm sure you're bored of looking at a blank screen. So first of all, starting off with my main Royal Gunner, obviously. Got a lot of hats here. Yeah, I don't know if the recording is laggy for me actually. I'm not sure if when this goes on YouTube it'll look a bit weird, but I did render it in a different program to usual. But you can see some interesting stuff here. I will eventually, that's a lot of face paint as well. I will eventually put on items at one point, I think. Obviously, this is pre-recorded. Nice mutants there. Yeah, pre-recorded stuff that I did last year sometime, June, July, something like that. Yeah, and actually this was probably you see the Super Bowl letters there. This was probably actually really late in really close to the game's closing, because you can see how many funds I've got there. Those weren't legitimate. Well, I say they weren't legitimate. I didn't buy them. There was actually a few codes available during the last few days or something like that, and you could just get quite a lot of funds from those codes. So yeah, and by the way, I didn't buy much with those funds. I just sort of kept them. But I'm sure a lot of people did actually utilize those. But I mean, it was a bit stupid to me why the developers couldn't have just given us everything in the store for free, or let us try everything out. Why it still had to be limited to a few things, because the fund codes, there weren't that many of them. They were limited uses. And the overall funds, I can't remember how many there were, but yeah, I mean, I know the community moderator's got like 200k, but I mean, even that's not enough to try out all the stuff. So yeah, now I don't know what I'm doing now. I think I'm trying on, I'm going to my weapons, okay. So yeah, you can see a few golden weapons here. You can see a few things that are workbenched. I know some people will be angry about that, but hey, that's what happens when you just experiment with VP, I guess. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. You know if something's unlimited or not if you can't see the workbench symbols, or you know it's something that you can't workbench, like that teleporter. Definitely just bought that just to test it for a video. I rarely use that on the gunner actually. But yeah, you can see some amazing workbench mods here. Wow, that section that was never utilized. Everyone remembers that, right? But honestly, I don't remember having that many mods on my gunner. I had a few on a commando for sniping. That was about it. Oh my god, what's that? Less damage from explosions? Yeah, I should have put that on an RPG. I was an idiot. I mean, when are you going to hold the PKM out when facing a tank? That's pretty much what the main thing for it was. But yeah, a golden cheeser with that grenade option or something like that. I don't think I'm in time with the video. I hope I am, but yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. And then the PKM's also got that. The golden one has that. That allowed me to use it in better ranges, I think. But we got some emotes here. One special one will appear pretty late into the video, but you got your standard waves and all of that. Well, everyone had that, but yeah. And widgets, here we go. Let's see how many bandages and tonics. Oh, not that many tonics actually. Well, I did chug a lot of them, I'm not going to lie, guys, and no bandages, Jesus. A lot of wrenches though. I think that's over 15k. That's widget drops for you. That's the claw for you. That's pretty much everything that gave you wrenches, which was a lot of things. Now, I think this is the point where I start to put on outfits, either complete sets or just stuff that I used to wear. God, I need some water already. Yeah, this looks like the whole tier 1 set. Excuse me, or the elite set or something like that. I'm trying to read it as well, what it says. It's going too quickly on my screen, but that's the whole set, I believe. That was one of the first sets I bought, along with the Tier 1 M249, that was it, yeah, the close range version, with a pretty cool skin to it. Now what am I doing? Oh, okay, this will probably be the wolf set, yeah. So I had a few wolf sets that I used as my main outfits. This one I'm putting on now was one I used for quite a bit, sort of 2010, 2011. I got level 30 in this outfit. On Midnight Mayhem, and I also played my last game of Battlefield Heroes when it was shutting down with this outfit. So it's pretty basic, it's just a wolf set without the shirt and the monkey added, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. So now this will be the other one, which I used quite a bit starting 2012 or something like that. I don't know if I had some inspiration with this or if I just thought it looked cool, but I mean it was definitely around the time the Valentine's sets were available, so probably February 2012. But yeah, obviously put the monkey on and the tail as well because I just thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, that tail was pretty nice. Now we go to weapons. Oh yeah, okay, so weapon combinations, those two, the PKM and the M249, used quite a bit. Then of course the two Goldens with the Dapper Tank Buster, and of course the infamous Dragons Azure Fire that everyone loved. But yeah, and then my main one for quite a while was those three, the M249, the PKM, and the Dapper Tank Buster. So now we're going to move to a different character. I'm going to scroll all the way down here, apparently. Going to go to the next character. Kong Kong Fury. I didn't even cover the names. Right, basically, I wanted Hong Kong Fury, but it was taken. Or, possibly, I thought it was Kong Kong, and I just did that, and it worked. But then I realised the mistake, and I couldn't change it. Something like that. But yeah, this is my National Commando. Just so you know, this account was my first ever Battlefield Heroes account. So, yeah, obviously, this means that this was my first ever commando character. The gunner was obviously my first ever gunner. Yeah, so not many items on this one really compared to the gunner, but I mean I didn't use this character that much. I believe I got level 30 through some experience boost. It wasn't like a full true, you know, level 30 commando, which, as a lot of you commando mains would know, that did take a while, as well as ranking. But yeah, that's just extreme. A few shoulder pets there, that's pretty nice, quite a few actually. I remember the dragon, I think I have the dragon, or I had the dragon, sorry, on all of my characters because there was some sort of fund bonus where you could get the dragon if you kept buying it, so I had it like as a reward and I just gave it to everyone. A few golden weapons there, quite a lot of pistols. I can't say how many of those I used, probably just the long range ones, sometimes the close range. A lot of shotgun attachments, a lot of pistols, having that as well. I did have an idea for a commando actually I wanted to make, which would only use the shotgun attachments to score points, so my rank would be pretty crazy. I couldn't do this though because I wanted to do it fresh from a character from level 1 to 30 and then General C. Didn't have enough hero slots, so that was a shame. But yeah, I even went as far as to ask EA to delete one of my characters. I was in the process of that actually, but obviously that was close to when they said the game was going to go down, so I was like, what's the point? Quite a few bits of magic there. That was one of the most annoying widgets in the game. Fun to use in unranked, I guess. I mean, even then I found it quite irritating, but yeah. That outfit was inspired from a Battlefield Heroes video I saw, one of those comedy skits. Somebody was just wearing that. and then that was just sort of, I thought I'd buy the bag and add it with those pirate boots because those were pretty rare and I like the look of them. So it's pretty much like the peg leg but with two of the boots instead of the, you know, the other bit. So yeah, and this outfit was something random I put together as well. I bought those drops. That set you're seeing was from drops, I believe. Some sort of weird cyborg ninja thing. I don't know. Were they predicting Genji? I have no idea, but yeah, pretty cool. I added the headphones to it as well. Those were a top-up gift too, as was the, I think that hat. No, that hat wasn't. I don't think it was anyway. I'm trying to remember here, guys. I know to most of you this information is like useless, but for me it's like interesting to test my memory on how I got these things. But yeah, this is also a pretty interesting thing. The secret police set. So you got the cap, you got the jacket, you got the trousers. That was the whole set. There weren't any, you know, gloves, masks or whatever, so I just sort of did that to go with it. Dual long-range pistols, obviously, that was pretty fun to do on commando. Not the most tasteful on soldier, but whatever. Yeah, dual panzer hunters, I used workbench for those, for the multiple shots, because it was by default a one-shot weapon because of how good it was. Now we're going to move to Infernape. Pretty easy, obvious why I did this. It's a Pokemon name. Never been a massive fan of Infernape over like a few others, but I kind of did it. Actually, this was based on somebody who's actually called Infernape on YouTube who did some Pokemon remixes. And he did the same thing that I did with the name. Basically, I used a lowercase l instead of a capital I because it was taken. But if I'd have joined earlier, it wouldn't have been taken, but yeah. But yeah, quite a lot of mutant stuff here. Got the rabbit set as well. A few of the Halloween things there. Yeah, the wolf as well. And you can see bits of the mummy and the headless item, which I tried desperately, excuse me, to get on this character. I really wanted it. And you've got the golden stuff there again. Pretty nice. Most of my heroes had golden weapons. I mean, the main four definitely did. You know, the first four that are going to be in this video. But yeah, not many pistols. No shotguns, really. Just default one. A lot of SMGs. I didn't really use the flamethrower that much, but it was pretty cool. The repeater, I kind of tested it a bit. But that was about it. I could the beehive as well, I noticed. Yeah, standard abilities. I did test out random setups, obviously. But any level of grenade spam back then was pretty crazy. And you can see the speed boost, kind of like the Legit, but it was only for soldier. No, it wasn't. It was only if you had the boots, actually. So you could have Legit basically on any class if you had the superhero boots, which I must have had. I wouldn't have just bought the widget. But yeah, this Alpina set I bought. It was in a bundle with the Valentines, so I just thought that was cool. Sometimes just use the default with a few of the Alpine set items, so the glasses and the backpack, like I'm showing now, I think, yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. A bit plain, but I thought it's like, hey, this is kind of like a closed beta look, but I don't know. Yeah, and you could see a medal there. Speaking of beta, whatever, Battlefield play for free. And we got a Halloween outfit here that I used a bit. Both of those I got for free. I was trying to get the headless item during the free drops of 2011 in Halloween on this character. I eventually did. I was very pleased with that. The shirt was from beating Perilous Port a certain amount of times, winning on the royal side for that one, but I've got the other ones too. And I also decided to buy the wolf set for this character just to sort of get the same sort of idea as Mean Speed as my gunner on this character, but I didn't have the monkey, so I had to use the scarab, which is still pretty alright. And obviously the tail to finish it all off. But of course, because it was a different class, the facial features don't look as interesting or the same, so I preferred it on the gunner. Just for how the face looked, really. Now this will be the mutant. Yes, it is. Inspired by Rufflecopter, the mutant with the blue nose, because that carried over onto the set for some reason. Probably a bug with clipping or something, but it's still pretty funny in my opinion. And I'm glad the face paint didn't go over the mutant. That would have maybe not been as nice, but yeah, weapons here. Yeah, pretty cool. Standard. Oh yeah, I think I rolled at one point with 2 short range SMGs just because it was a golden and a normal. With Burning Bullets 5, obviously, because That's apparently what I did. I don't know. Did I show emotes? No, probably not. I don't know, guys. I don't think I did on all of these. And I chose the wrong character there, surely. Yep. Okay, so we got Pistol now. Also another interesting, or kind of rare, unique name, but I used a capital I didn't use an L. And this character did have a previous name. The character was called Sergeant Stig. I'm not sure why I went with that name, but yeah, I changed it later on. But yeah, this character had a lot of stuff. Once again, you can see a lot of my stuff was Halloween related. That's really one of my favorite things in games. Just, you know, the Halloween styles and the Halloween outfits and Halloween events in games in general. So yes, I'm very hyped for any, you know, future Halloween content from Renegade Line. But yeah, also got the fugging stuff there. An item expired. Okay. I guess I got that from the claw, or I rented it for some reason to try and look closed beta, but I didn't want to buy it fully. Something like that. But yeah, the peacock, here we go. This is legit, by the way. I did actually buy that with funds. That was ridiculous. That was like £30 or something. And you can see it says time left unlimited, obviously. But I mean, some people might say, some people who might know about this, might accuse me of modding while recording this. Because when you mod, you can just record the client, or you could record the client, and it would just show you all the stuff you modded. But guys, I wouldn't just mod to show these certain items to make it look legit. This was all my stuff. There isn't another way to prove it. You just got to take my word for it, really. But I mean, I do not lie about Battlefield Heroes at all, or in general, really. But yeah, a few shotgun attachments there. Didn't really use them on a soldier. It was more suited to a stealthy approach. So the commando, yeah. And we got a few emotes here, a few musical things. You know, the fanfare was one of my favorites. You got the tuba, stuff like that. I'm watching you. Oh my god, that emote I got so many times for 30 days, over and over from the claw. I never got it for unlimited. You got a lot of widgets here, magic, sorry, not magic, fireworks, flares, all that cool stuff. Now we're gonna have an outfit here. Oh yeah, one of my first ones. When this character had the other name. So it's kind of like a pirate skeleton with a jacket, and I used a parrot as well. But I don't know if I'm going to equip the peacock here. I had the peg leg as well, pretty nice. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this was inspired by anyone or not, or maybe I just thought it looked cool. But most of these things, because this was like early sets that I made early into my Battlefield Heroes journey, I could have just seen them in a video or been inspired by someone who had it in game. I'm not sure. But this is now going to be another set. I believe this is the one I got to level 30 on this character with. So you got the 1 in 10 million, I believe. That was pretty rare. Not many of those were sold. It was fairly expensive for a simple shirt as well. And the peacock with it. So a lot of people were saying that I was kind of spent too much on this character. Fair enough. It's fair enough to say that. I probably did. But yeah, no regrets really. Can't take it back. Oh yeah, the 2nd anniversary hat, that was cool. Not many people wore that from what I could tell. I mean, freeloaders did, but I mean, yeah, not many other people. And I did wear this outfit quite a bit. This was basically that shirt again, the different nose effect on this mutant with the peacock, and I like those trousers because they kind of like how they went out like that, and I think the colours were quite cool. And the bandage as well. Pretty nice. But now another set of golden weapons. Warfighter, heavily workbenched Warfighter, and whatever the other thing is, the unrealistic Uber rifle, yeah, the robot thing. That was one of the most overpowered setups in the game, not going to lie. The Warfighter, ridiculous if you can click as fast as I can. That was insanely overpowered. And the grenade was ridiculous. And the robot SMG, the alternate fire, was like a mini RPG, so you could shoot people up into the air. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So we have Ice Cream now, another name that is not legit fully. Just a name that I think looks cool, sort of rare name. But and once again, I used the trick of I used an L, a lowercase L for a capital I. I hope we can do this in Renegade Line. By the way, brown leather gloves unlimited, right? That was quite rare to come by. Normally, after a certain update, you couldn't actually buy those for unlimited. You could only rent them for like a few days. But I actually bought them for unlimited, so that was pretty crazy. But wouldn't have mattered anyway. I mean, if people saw you in game with it, it doesn't matter. They could just assume you're renting it. But yeah, the demon shotgun there, the weird lightning bolt thing, and just not many weapons on this character really, but you don't really always need that many. And I got the syringe obviously because that was pretty fun. And standard emotes. Honestly, with emotes, I didn't really experiment with them on characters other than my main 3 or 4. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty boring, you know, to see that. And this is kind of like a freeloader outfit as well. Some of these started out as freeloaders, and then obviously once I started spending, I couldn't really stop. But yeah, this set was given out during a summer at some point, I believe. There were codes for it, maybe also funds given out. But yeah, that set, and also there was like a white set for the Royals, with like a white jacket, white trousers, something like that. But yeah, and this set, another pirate set. I like pirates in general, like dressing up like a pirate as well as Halloween stuff. Take notes, Renegade Line. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, another dragon here, and that shirt was awesome. I like those colors, red and white. It's pretty cool, like a lighthouse. But yeah, and this one, oh my god, this was a rewarder top-up set exclusive, I believe. It might have been in the deal of the day as well, but it was never in the store. This was this weird, like, sort of shiny, glamorous set. Came out during one of the space or alien releases, but yeah, pretty nice cloak as well, or cape, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. Now we're moving on to Battlefield Hero, the very interesting named character. But yeah, my very first National Gunner, and I made this character very late. I don't know why I decided to make this character really late, but basically this was from like 2012, maybe 2011, but that's like still quite a while after I started Battlefield Heroes. So I don't know why I decided to take this long to make like another gunner, or one from the other faction, just to try it out. But yeah, not that many items on this character either. A razor ray, nobody, you know, hate me for that. I had quite a few of the lasers, but yeah, workbench for the most part on these characters wasn't very big at all. Yeah, I didn't really bother with it. I didn't really waste VP, as I call it, wasting on stuff like that. And all those tonics and bandages, if only I could have transferred them over to other characters that I actually played a lot. But yeah, the knights I use quite a bit. That's always pretty cool. I also used the stolen cheeser. I didn't use any boots, I believe, with that. I like the bare feet because it sort of showed you all the chain leggings properly. But yeah, the next one, what's this going to be? I'm trying to work out. Oh, Dead Space. Yeah, the Dead Space set. That was cool. From Dead Space 2, I believe. Yeah, that was pretty nice. I like that set quite a bit, actually. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, the game's going really futuristic now. Because this was before like the demon stuff and the mutants, but I liked it. So yeah, I'm not going to lie, I liked it. And that jetpack was kind of stupid though. It was just a reskin of a previous rocket set with another jetpack. But yeah, it was kind of fun to stack them, I guess, but I can't remember if you could properly or not. Snipe style, you'll see the freeloader set I was mentioning now from the summer. So this is, I'll be putting on the white one later, but it's basically the white jacket you'll see. Excuse me, and some gloves and stuff. Excuse me again. Now some of this on this character was, excuse me again, I'm sorry. Some of this on this character that you'll see is in limited was actually from the claw. I did a video last year. I spent quite a lot of VP on the claw. I think I bought over 170 claws or something like that. So yeah, you can imagine that's a lot of VP, but I believe at the time the claw was discounted, so I got more for my VP. Once again on this commando, quite a lot of shotgun attachments. Yeah, and you'll see, did I already skip past the weapons? Yeah, okay, yeah, you can see it there, golden machete. Got that legitimately, didn't buy it in the hot deals from whenever that was, 2012 maybe. Yeah, I got that legit from Halloween 2011. Basically used the short range pistol to weaken the opponent, and then I finished it off with the machete. Pretty interesting combo to rack up the 1,000 kills at the time. And I really liked the weapon, but I didn't really use it that much, but it was just cool to have an exclusive, or what I thought would be exclusive item. So that's the white set I was talking about. The halo wasn't a part of it. I added it because nothing else fits, I guess. And this was like a Christmas sort of set. Yeah, pretty interesting sweater there, and I was trying to kind of like be a snowman, so I was trying to keep some sort of like white hands and like white trousers, but yeah, that's alright, I guess. So yeah, and no MGL or anything, just sticky TNT. And I was going to say I had a golden M95. No, I didn't. That's a lie. I didn't join in time for the golden weapons from 2010, so whenever I used those, it was because they did an event where you could test them out for like a few days. And here we go, guys, bunny ears. You just saw those bunny ears. Renegade Line will have bunny ears, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I always liked the bunny ears in Battle of the Heroes, and I'm so glad that they're an item in Renegade Line, because it's just awesome. And obviously they look better in Renegade Line, but I mean still they're pretty nice to have in Battle of the Heroes as well. And obviously to get the bunny ears you need to try your luck with drops, but I mean in Renegade Line you can get bunny ears from the Kickstarter, so yeah, pretty nice. And no emotes, unfortunately. Basic widgets, didn't have any unranked fun stuff, but I didn't really use this character much in unranked. Yeah, character called Holly, originally called Holly Black for some reason, but I changed the name to just Holly. But I used, once again, another one, well, so many of these characters, I used like the trick with the L and the I. Not actually called Holly, it was more like with 2 capital I's, so yeah, and there's the bunny ears in action. Yeah, with just a random set here, but I might have used them with a ninja set at one point, so yeah. But our teddy bear was pretty neat. I hope we can see more cute shoulder pets like that in Battle for the Heroes. But yeah, that bear was basically like a ticking time bomb bear, so it wasn't exactly, I mean it was cute, but it was dangerous at the same time. So who's next? Jack. Okay, yeah, okay. Named after myself. I used the colon there because I couldn't actually use another symbol. That was the only one that would work, you know, after the name. But this character was originally called Sonny Moore, and if you don't know who that is, that's basically Skrillex. I was a big fan of Skrillex back in when was it? 2011, 2012. So yeah, just that's where the name came from. So yeah. And the weapons, pretty basic. Also had the erase ray on this character. I think it was because that might have also been the deal of the day, so it was super cheap. So I thought, let's get this cheesy weapon on all my gunners. But yeah, mainly used the long range shotgun and the back scratcher there, the Uber one. And the hair, yeah, that's sort of the meaning behind the Sonny Moore name, because the hair fitted the person in real life. But yeah, apart from that, just got some sets from the Wizard stuff. I believe I did a few drops actually, and you got a few miscellaneous Halloween items as well. Also on this character, I believe I have Nefarious' set, which was pretty interesting. The set was a highly bought set by many people. It had a few rare items in it. It had the mohawk, the red scarf, which a lot of people used. Maybe also the Valentine shorts, but underwear, whatever. But yeah, that was a pretty cool set, and that's the Scarecrow one. I liked that as well. But yeah, that set that Nefarious made was pretty interesting. With the it was just like the skeleton with the red combo. That was pretty nice to see. So next we have Eldis Parador. Now this is also with a capital I because the name was already taken by another person, but the other person was who I was inspired by to make this character. If you didn't know, Eldis Parador was a Spanish player who basically this character he had, Eldis Parador, was a national soldier, and he was basically a freeloader who racked up a massive score per minute. Basically what he would do is he would basically suicide. So he'd go on a high level server, he'd be a high level himself, his aim was pretty good, but he'd just run in a straight line using Burning Bullets 5 and a fast SMG, light on fire every person in the group you could see, because obviously it's a high level server, most people are grouped up, and he would die. But he'd get many post-mortems and his score would just rise, and it would be pretty funny to see that. He'd outscore many people. But yeah, I was inspired by him to do that, so I leveled up pretty quickly because my score just skyrocketed, and yeah, but I also decided to buy a few items for this character. Originally I wanted to be a freeloader like him, but I ended up copying an outfit he had a lot. So he had the headless, which he probably got from Halloween, and also just the basic stuff like a shirt and then the basic trousers and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, not many of you will know about that player anyway, but I'm not sure if he's going to play Renegade Line. But yeah, he's a pretty interesting person. Never spoke in the chat, didn't post on the forums. You know, didn't have any groups or anything like that. He didn't add any friends. He was kind of weird. At one point, I thought he was a bot or something. But yeah, just someone who played the game and nothing more. So yeah, and I also had this headless like ninja sort of set with the skeleton. That was pretty cool. Yeah, but surprisingly, my KD actually stayed like 1.3, something like that, even though I was playing exactly like Eldis Parador. So, but obviously I started fresh, whereas he was like against high levels and stuff. So, yeah, I guess it also came from playing against noobs, already having experience on my account is what I mean. You know, so I wasn't a high level, but obviously my knowledge of the game, my aim was better than new players. But next one we have Meat Speed. Originally called Ignite, sort of a, I don't know, like a weird try-hard name, I think, because I had the letters, like, some were capitalized, some weren't. I don't know why I did the name, it was stupid. But yeah, changed to Meat Speed. A friend of mine called Basti actually used to call me that in Unranked, in the servers that rock, now called the Relaxed Gamers Unranked server. Basically, he called me that name. So I thought, why not rename this stupid character that I don't like the name anyway? Why'd I come up with it and just rename it that? So yeah, and it's a Royal Gunner, so it sort of made sense because I've got another Royal Gunner. I had another Royal Gunner with the similar name. But yeah, not many widgets there. Full space set, and yeah, the do-rags, the bandanas, I like those a lot. This is the one that I sort of wore with my sort of try-hardy type outfit, so I guess that's why I did it, because I had the nerd glasses and all of that. But yeah, don't know why I did that. That's one of my few regrets in the game, for spending money, like buying that character slot, I guess, in general, but also choosing the name. And obviously it was a waste because I didn't like the name in the end. I had to buy a new name. But yeah, and also this one similar to my Raw Gunner, but a white version, so a white bandana, white pants and all that. So, and yeah, the Amiga Beamer on this one too. Also used I used 2 cheeses actually at one point, but I also decided to do dual shotguns as well. So his rank was pretty high, but I have many characters that use shotguns and had high ranks. Another one is coming up now, I believe. Yet another one of the infamous, yeah, abusing the name system. Slugger, or Sayoga. Royal Soldier. The original aim was to just use the Slugger weapon. In the end I decided to just use the Super Slugger, but then later on I decided to just make it a shotgun only character. Pretty much kind of, well, not many items. I was going to say freeloader-ish, not really, but yeah, I bought a few deal of the days, and I lied then. Apparently I had the Elite M16 or whatever it was, the long range one as well. But yeah, primarily a shotgun soldier, so I didn't use Blasting Strike because I used a lot of close range combat, so I did a lot of that. This was a set from the other day, or it was a Friday the 13th theme, obviously, because, you know, that's pretty obvious. But yeah, and the biker gloves, they were pretty common back in the closed beta, I believe, and also through the VP for the bugged web store, something like that. But they came back through this set, so that was pretty cool to see. And yeah, just got some shotguns there. I'm mainly, oh, I'll tell you what I did. I used to use the Super Slugger. So originally this was like a freeloader idea. I'd never actually bought the Super Slugger, that's why it's not on there. I kept renting it, but my VP was dying, so yeah, I just I sort of caved in with that. I spent some money. Who have we got next? Oh, here we go, Walton, right. My first ever shotgun project, pretty awesome. Also inspired by Eldis Parador on another one of his heroes. He had a gunner that only used the short range shotgun and the moderate range. He had a massive rank at a low level, but this wasn't stat padding or brand zone or any of that. This was before brand zone anyway. He basically just only used those to attack, didn't get flag points, blah blah blah. So yeah, his rank was huge, and I did the same, but with 2 short range because I thought it would be more fun and bearable, and it was. even though I did sort of lose motivation during certain parts of this. I did complete it and get to General C. A lot of items on this character too. Also a lot of Halloween stuff. Yeah, and the diver helmet, as you might have seen there. Now, I mentioned a special emote very early into this video. You're going to see that. First of all, we got the golden M249, 2 classic weapons there. The the stylish and normal fly swatter. I bought those both with VP. I guess this was also supposed to be a freeloader attempt. Most of these they were going to be freeloaders, but I caved in, and I bought a lot of Halloween drops for this character. Right, there you can see it, the Divine Unicorn. This was originally a developer-only emote. Basically, the developers in one of their... What was I going to say? Yeah, okay, I'm kind of previewing it there, but you can't see it because the client was weird. But yeah, in one of their Play with a Blue events, it might have been the last one, they actually gave away some codes in the chat, in the Twitch chat, for the Unicorn emote. I was lucky enough to grab one. It was for the national side, so I decided to put it on this character, and yeah, it was fun to use. And some people thought I was a developer. No, well, not really. They were just confused how I got it. But yeah, very limited emote, definitely very awesome. Hope we can see some interesting taunts in Renegade Line as well. But yeah, you just saw the demon set. That was the first set I ever wore. I didn't complete the demon set, by the way. I just bought enough. Thankfully, I got the skin because obviously there's the crap with the fact that you had to have the skin to change the color. Otherwise, you'd have spikes and wings looking all skin colored, so it was weird. And this was my signature outfit, the diver helmet with the pirate and also the red skin and the wings. I thought this was awesome. The diver helmet, I spent so much on the Captain Shot rare drops to get it. Maybe over 70 drops. I don't know how much money that is. I don't want to think about it, to be honest with you, but I finally got it. The drop rate was rigged as hell and ridiculous, but yeah, that was also a pretty cool one. The blue skin with the diver helmet. So it's like, oh, it's a swimmer set or whatever. Or his skin has changed colour because he's been underwater for so long. I don't know, but yeah. I also used the 2 stolen super machine guns here, with this character. And I did eventually buy an RPG. Originally I used 2 shotguns and TNT, but I did buy an RPG for unranked duels and just for, you know, rocket jumping in unranked. And also for later play after I got to General C. That's when I moved to the machine guns as well. So yeah, that's the story behind that character. Next one is Tanks Forever. The premise of this character was basically the anti-tank rifle only. That's why I sort of made the name. So like Tanks Forever, like sort of praising the fact that there are tanks because you can hit them with the anti-tank rifles. But yeah, I had dual, I had a golden one and I had the normal one. Both workbenched as well, like on my National Commando. Also the golden SVD. Just from the Football Fiesta 2014, and obviously many of my characters have the stolen golden stuff as well. But yeah, this is going to be, we're almost at the end here actually, so a lot of workbench mods here. Obviously you can see a few golden ones. I might have spent funds on the workbench for this character, basically just to get like a lot of good ammo upgrades and stuff, because you could have like 3 shots, but I think they nerfed it to 2. But yeah, Berserk as well, that was crazy. You could do massive damage when below health, and I got 2 of it, I think I read that. Yeah, and also some of the rare golden ones. Oh my god, excuse me. Sorry for that, guys. But yeah, also the debuff gun, that was pretty ridiculous. Combined, did a massive damage test on my channel. It's still up there somewhere. Combining all that, you know, the massive damage of piercing shot, the anti-tank rifle, the Berserk mod, and also the debuff. It was crazy. But yeah, this outfit I used quite a bit. Yeah, not much to say. It was just, I thought it was pretty cool, you know, the yellow, but also like the camo, because you got the turtle sort of camo as well, and the gas mask and the helmet, sort of 2 matching colours, I guess. That's pretty interesting. And now we got the last hero. I think so, anyway, if my memory's bad. Yeah, the Spaceman. So what you see is what you get. This character, I made it just to have the space set, and the idea behind this was to have dual lasers, the Omega Beamer and the golden one. They never released the golden one, by the way, it was just in the files. They obviously did it because people would get really mad, obviously, because having 2 of them would be ridiculous, really. You know, obviously just quickly switching when one was ran out during Frenzy Fire or whatever. But yeah, I was only going to use those because obviously space weapons and all of that. And my rank would have been a bit better as well on that character because of, you know, hits and all of that. And that was a really fast firing weapon with frenzy fire and all that, very accurate as well. Honestly, one of the biggest sort of pay to win weapons in the game, and obviously frenzy fire contributed to that. You know, outside of like its preferred range, and without frenzy fire it was kind of awful. But I mean, that's the thing, when you combine certain weapons with certain abilities, it was pretty ridiculous. But yeah, so that was all of it, guys. That was all the characters. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know it's a bit weird to be doing this now, but like I said, every sort of Battlefield Heroes channel used to do this, so yeah, I thought I'd do it. And kind of Christmas related. I didn't have a texture modding Christmas thing, so I guess this is a bit of a Christmas thing. Like, look at all these presents I've had. I don't know, I don't understand, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Like I said, there will be a Kickstarter related video up fairly soon, a big discussion video, hopefully at least over an hour of discussion in that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.